Hello and welcome to episode 18 of Art in Isolation, in which I'm going to the house to look at art done by an artist who lived in squares, painted in circles, and loved in triangles. A day or two before I went into lockdown, I had the opportunity to consider what I might bring with me. And there was a painting that I'd recently bought, and I thought this might be one of those that give me a little bit of solace in this downtime. I haven't yet found anywhere to hang it, but come and have a look and see whether you agree. I think it works. And here she sits, aching for a wall to be hung on. The artist is Vanessa Bell. She was a founding member of the Bloomsbury group, to whom I was referring with that quote about circles and squares and triangles. It was painted in Rome. It's a view from the Villa Medici, and it was done in 1937. The reason I liked the idea of having this picture with me in lockdown was that every day, if you look at it, is going to be a bright sunlit one. And this is really about light. You know, when a kid does a picture of a sunlit picture, often they bang up in the top right-hand corner or what have you, the sun. But another way of looking at the effect of sunlight is at what the sunlight is shining upon. And what Vanessa has done in this painting is chase away all the shadows. It's suffused in the most delicious Italian light. The blistering Renaissance architecture and the fresh lime green of the vineyard make a most exquisite brightness and lightness. But of course that's partly, is it not, those complementary colours that I'm always banging on about. The greens, together with the oranges, set each other off. They both soar like swallows in the sky. And then there's the conspicuous brushstrokes. And this is something that you associate with Vanessa and other artists influenced by the Impressionists. I mean, look, for example, at a foreground like that. You see the strokes. In other words, you see the means of the illusion. The trick is an end in itself. She wants you to see what she's doing and how she's actually achieving from a distance those atmospheric effects. Another reason why this picture appealed to me so much is that it's by a female artist, a rare thing, even in the early 20th century when this was painted. Vanessa Bell was born in 1879 and she lasted a long time. She died in 1961. She was born into intelligentsia. Her father was a powerfully intellectual historian. Her sister was the famous writer, Virginia Woolf. She took her art really seriously. She went to the Royal Academy, regularly met up with people to discuss it. And the turning point was when she developed a friendship. In fact, she was a lover also for a short while of a guy called Roger Fry. Roger Fry introduced two sort of mind-changing, from a British point of view, exhibitions in the early 20th century, Manet and the Post-Impressionists, Post-Impressionism, a term that he in fact coined. And it brought to Little England, you know, all sorts of artists like Van Gogh and Gauguin and Matisse, you know, real head-turners. And it not only had a huge impact on artistic society, but on Vanessa Bell too. And even in these later works, she was extremely experimental when she started, but even in these later works, you get that feeling of an international awareness of the possibilities of art, which not a lot of British painters had at this time. And it's the background dynamics that's always intriguing about anything to do with the Bloomsbury lot. And isn't it intriguing that Vanessa's sister, Virginia, should have been a writer? Virginia Woolf was highly acclaimed. And actually, Virginia was a tiny bit jealous of Vanessa. I think she felt that art and paint gave her slight edge when it came to describing the world. There's a rather lovely quote from Virginia Woolf about her sister, or rather implying it's about her sister, in which she says, "Words are an impure medium," referring to her incapacity to write. Better by far to have been born in the silent kingdom of paint. I now have to work out where to hang this picture. I've got a few ideas. But in the meantime, thank you very much. We'll be back tomorrow. And then I'll be able to talk about Vanessa's lifelong partner, Duncan Grant. Thank you for being with us. And wherever you are, take care in lockup.